Killian McMorrow, Sunday for Branch, Dublin South. Cahorlach delegates. In December 2006, Mayo County Council and the Department of Social and Family Affairs funded a survey of the needs as a needs analysis of new communities and service providers in County Mayo. That report was published and it was entitled Building a Diverse Mayo, a report on immigration, integration and provision. The report found the system of direct provision and the increased vulnerability to poverty associated with it undermines the physical health and social well-being of asylum seekers. The wider determinants of health, such as enforced poverty and poor housing, characteristic of direct provision and hostile accommodation, contribute to increased health risks. Direct provision has a detrimental effect on families and has been shown to foster extreme child poverty and social exclusion within Irish communities. The biggest impact of enforced unemployment is growing poverty for many families and individuals. Unaccustomed to being dependent on the state, living on social welfare diminishes their self-respect and leads to anxieties about how others in society view them. The report quoted health service executive officials as saying, "The living conditions of the hostels are extremely stressful. They are extremely unhealthy and positively militate against good recovery for clients. There are no recreational facilities for children. They are cooped up in bedrooms with play areas locked. It's absolutely desperate. Living in direct provision and enduring the stress, loss of dignity and hope which result from this experience undermines mental health." The report calls for the abolition of the direct provision system. In 2003, the European Union introduced a Council directive laying down minimum standards for the reception of asylum seekers. Only 2 states in the European Union didn't sign up to that directive, Ireland and Denmark. The European Union has a revised proposal for minimum standards for the reception of asylum seekers, which the Commission has now brought forward. Again, Ireland is not signing up to this directive. The directive would lay down minimum standards to be followed. Specifically, it addresses these issues. First of all, access to the labour market after 6 months, to prevent marginalisation and exclusion, to promote self-sufficiency, to reduce social welfare needs, and to counter the black market in labour. It calls for a parity to social welfare with that of nationals, and that would have particular reference to child benefit and disability benefits. It calls that any detention of asylum seekers should not occur in prisons. It calls for treatment for victims of torture, rape and other serious acts of violence. It calls for monitoring and control of the national reception system. It calls for equal access for children for education, access to medical care and an appeals process. And these are minimum standards which the directive calls for, and this motion asks for the Labour Party to support Ireland agreeing and implementing that European Union directive. Thank you.
Thank you, Killian. Can motion 78 be formally seconded?